Will jump training make you faster? Let's talk about it. Before we begin, I have a free jump training for you, a whole free jump training, about 25 minutes, action-packed. You get a free jump workout that's gonna increase your vertical, and you get to watch a jump technique session that I did with one of my World Record Jump Academy clients, Mark Skrelly. He's a D3 basketball player now, he used to be a high school basketball player, and locally that got him on my program, and he went from not being able to dunk to absolutely slamming it down 360 windmills and everything, and he's about to get his first East Bay, which is cool. So you guys can get that using the first link in the description or going to againstojdsathletics.com/free training. All right, let's get into it. So I wanted to share with you my experience of whether or not jump training increases your speed. When I broke the Guinness World Record for the highest standing jump or the highest box jump, I trained super hard for about a year. And in that year, I actually cut out sprinting and sprint training, no running, no sprinting, and I chose other plyometrics in that cycle other than and explosive activities other than sprinting. So I wasn't sprinting, but I was doing a lot of plyometrics, especially box jumps. Obviously, really just trying to, you want to get better at box jumps, you got to box jump. So doing so much stuff that we do in the World Record Jump Academy as well. So heavy strength training, getting stronger. I was eating in a slight caloric surplus. But a long story short is I wasn't sprinting at all. Then about a year later, for a whole year, about a year later, I got the Guinness World Record, and then finally was able to let my hair down and go back to training, you know, some of the things that I've neglected, such as sprinting. So I get out my 40-yard dash laser timer. Back then it was a Brower system laser, which is what the NFL used to use. Now I have a Zybex Sports laser timer, which is now currently what the NFL uses at all their combines. And so I tested on that same Brower system, and before my PR was a 4.67 on the laser, and then I tested, and within my first 3 reps, I got a 4.47 on the laser. But it's on my Instagram, it's on YouTube. You guys could find the clips. I literally show it in one take, no cuts or anything. It was outrageous. I was so excited. I remember calling my father. And my father was a football player. He's a football player for 16 years, so you know we geek out over this stuff. So I was like, I just got a 4.47 on the laser. He's like, when was the last time you sprint trained? I was like, I haven't. And that's when that's a perfect example of, yes, your sprint times will decrease, and you'll get faster by doing at least my specific jump training, because at the end of the day, sprinting is a single leg explosive activity. And depending on the types of jumps you're doing, obviously if you're a 2-foot jumper, but still they are explosive activities. So the benefits that you're going to get from becoming more explosive in jump training, you're going to get more explosive producing force in sprinting. And you might think sprinting is a 2-legged activity. It's if you think about it, you're pushing off with one leg, just alternating each time. It's a single leg explosive activity. So anything that is going to increase your lower body explosion is going to increase your sprint times, is going to increase your jumping ability. Now, with that being said, it has nothing to do with the specific form of your sprinting. So obviously there's still a lot of work that I have to do with that. But when it comes to decreasing your sprint times, but if you were just talking about from a raw power perspective, then yes, absolutely. In my experience, it does. And it makes sense scientifically that it does. And throughout the research, it shows that jump training and sprint training go hand in hand up to a certain point. But for a short answer, yes, and that was my experience with it. With that being said, I'm Chris Bell from Against Odds Athletics, and if you guys want to get that free jump training, about half of the people that watch this YouTube video actually go and download it. I don't know why. It should be like, I want to get 100% of people to go. It's literally free. So you guys click that first link in the description.